All right, listeners, so let's dive into this AI stuff. You've got articles coming out of your ears, I bet. We're going to break it all down. Like, how is AI actually changing things right now? Not just robots and sci-fi.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, AI, it can seem like this big mystery, but really it's about data. Like we're using data to teach computers how to do stuff, things that humans usually do.
Yeah.
Thinking type stuff.
So we're like teaching computers to think, but instead of textbooks, it's all about data.
Yeah, exactly. Think about it this way. Like imagine showing a computer a zillion pictures. Some are cats, some are dogs. And every single time you're like, cat or dog, eventually that computer, it's going to start seeing the patterns. It'll be like, oh, I get it. Fluffy 4 legs must be a
Dog. It'll just know. That's wild.
Pretty much, and that's what makes AI so powerful. It's this whole learning thing. And it's already changing things, like healthcare, for example.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Those articles about AI detecting diseases kind of blew my mind. Amazing, but also kind of creepy.
I hear you. There was this one study, an AI algorithm ended up diagnosing certain cancers way better than human radiologists, just from medical images.
No way. Seriously.
Yeah, and we're not even talking a little bit better. In some cases, the AI caught things the doctors missed completely.
Whoa. So it's like having a superpower. Like X-ray vision, but for computers.
Hmm.
So then what? The doctor just says, well, the computer says it's cancer.
That's the big question, right? It's tricky. Right now, AI is more of a tool, something to help doctors, not replace them. Think of it like a super smart assistant, one that crunches tons of data and gives suggestions.
So the doctor's still in charge. They make the call. But now they've got the AI's insights too.
Exactly. Which is huge because, AI might be crazy accurate, but it doesn't have that human judgment.
Yeah.
The ethics part, a doctor gets that. A computer, not so much.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want a computer deciding who gets what treatment.
Yeah.
Just based on cold, hard data.
Right. And that's where it gets really interesting. There are a lot of people talking about the ethics of AI in healthcare, especially stuff like patient privacy, algorithmic bias, all that.
Okay, so before we go down that rabbit hole, let's zoom out for a sec. We've been talking about healthcare, but this AI stuff, it's everywhere, right? Like,
Yeah.
what about those self-driving cars?
Oh, absolutely. That same machine learning stuff that's analyzing your x-rays, it can also help a car see what's going on around it and make decisions in real time.
So those sensors on self-driving cars,
Mm.
they're basically feeding the AI all this info about the road, nonstop.
Exactly. It's like giving a car super senses, way faster than us. Quicker reactions too. Like it's processing everything constantly, so it can be ready for anything. A pothole up ahead, AI's got it covered. A squirrel, no problem.
Okay, so that is pretty convincing for letting AI drive. But I still keep thinking about those what-if moments, What if the sensors go on the fritz? Or the AI sees something totally new, something it's never been trained on?
Right. Those are definitely things to consider. And that's what makes self-driving cars so complicated. It's not enough to teach AI how to drive perfectly on a sunny day. It's got to be ready for anything. And that's, well,
It's a lot. It's like trying to create a driver's ed course for every single road in every condition, ever. With every possible thing that could happen.
Exactly. And it's a big reason why we're not all driving flying cars yet. There's still a lot to figure out.
Plus, it's not all about the technology either, right? There's the human side of things. Like, how do we learn to trust these AI drivers? It's one thing to trust a computer to play chess, but our lives on the road, that's different.
Totally. Public perception. That's a huge part of it.
Yeah.
People need to feel safe and okay with sharing the road with driverless cars. And that's going to take time, education, and a really good safety record.
Like anything new, right?
Yeah.
People were scared of airplanes at first, too. Speaking of being scared, what about AI and jobs? What happens to all the drivers? Truck drivers, taxi drivers, even delivery drivers, when the AI could just do it all?
Yeah. That's a big one. A lot of people are talking about that. Some experts think AI will actually create more jobs than it takes away. But some jobs, they'll definitely be different.
So it's not just about AI doing the job, it's about the impact. What happens to people's livelihoods?
Exactly. It's messy. No easy answers there. But it's something we got to be thinking about now, not later, so we can make sure the transition isn't, a total disaster and create some new opportunities along the way.
Right. We got to be proactive, not just reacting after the fact. Okay, so we've talked healthcare, transportation, but what about something a little more fun? I'm talking about creativity. I keep hearing about AI writing music and poetry even, like whole screenplays.
It's true. AI is making a splash in the art world for sure. And it brings up some really interesting questions about creativity itself. Like, what does it even mean to be creative?
Right. Okay, so how does that even work? Does the AI just look at a bunch of old songs and poems and mash them up into something new?
It's more complex than that. I mean, yeah, AI can look at tons of creative work, but it can also learn how to make new stuff, totally original, by looking at the patterns, the structures, even the emotions baked into the work.
So it's like teaching AI to understand what makes something creative, not just copying.
Yeah, and that's where things get really interesting. Some artists, they see AI as a new tool, a way to boost their own creativity. Others, they see it as a threat, like it's going to steal their art.
It's like if a robot paints a picture. Is it really art?
That's the big question, isn't it? And honestly, there's no easy answer. AI can create some amazing stuff, things that look and sound incredible, like it could copy the greatest artist or even come up with something totally new. But is it real? Can a machine really understand what it means to be human? The emotions, the experiences, the stuff that makes art so powerful?
Yeah. Where's the heart? Can AI do that?
That's the debate. It makes us think, what is creativity anyway? And what does it mean to be human when machines can make art just like us?
It's like AI is pushing us to be even more human, to really dig deep into those emotions, the stuff machines can't copy.
I think you're right. Maybe AI won't replace human creativity. Maybe it'll push it forward, make it evolve, more powerful, more expressive.
Okay, now that's an interesting way to look at it. Like AI forces us to step up our game.
Exactly. It's like that saying, what is it? Necessity is the mother of invention. Maybe AI is the push we need to take human creativity to a whole new level.
And who knows what we could make together, humans and AI. I've heard of musicians using AI to make crazy new sounds, writers breaking through writer's block. It's wild.
It's a whole new world of creativity, and we're just getting started. But one thing's for sure, AI is here to stay. The question is, how do we want to live with it? Not just in art, but in everything. Healthcare, jobs, the whole shebang. And that's something we all got to figure out together. What are the risks, the opportunities? It's a big deal.
It's like we're standing at the edge of something huge. Exciting, but also a little scary.
Exactly. And we get to decide what it's going to be. The future of AI, it's not set in stone. We're making it every day.
So true. Well, listener, we've covered a lot of ground today. AI diagnosing diseases, writing poetry, driving cars. Who knows what's next? But one thing's for sure. AI isn't science fiction anymore. It's here, and it's changing everything. So as you read those articles, think about what it all means for you. What role will AI play in your life, the good and the bad? Keep asking questions, stay curious, and we'll catch you on the next Deep Dive.